just going to walk you through how you can build a color palette for your app. So remember that you want to be keeping in mind the type of app that it is, what that problem is that you're aiming to solve, be it boredom, stress, banking, checking your balance. No matter what it is, you want to keep that in mind and keep your kind of end user, the audience that you want to be pitching this to, in mind as well, because that should dictate what kinds of colors are going to be most appropriate for your app. So having that in mind, click on Start the Generator. It's free, and that's going to bring you to a page that has a bunch of colors on it. Now, the first time you do this, it's going to walk you through a tutorial. I've already done the tutorial, so it remembers that, so it's not going to show that to me. So every time you hit the space bar, it's going to change the colors that you see in front of you. And as you can see, it has some really diverse kind of themes and looks to it. And as you're going through there, maybe one color or two color will strike your fancy and you think, you know what, this might be a good color to start building my kind of like color palette around. So you can go down to this button down here that says lock and just click on that, and then you'll see that as I move my cursor, that one's staying locked. And you know what, I like two of them. I like these two. So I've locked those two, and now when I hit space, it's going to build palettes around those colors and show me some other options that look nice together. So right now, I like these four, but that orange just really isn't working for me. So I kind of kept hitting spacebar until I like this mix of 5 colors. Once you've got a color palette that you think appeals both in terms of the tone of your app as well as to your audience, then what I want you to do is export it out for us so that we can all see it, and I want you to put that in the discussion board. So go ahead, click on export. That's going to give you some options, and what I want you to do is to download it as a PNG file, a PNG. That's an image file. So when you click on it, it's going to give you that color palette, and it's going to open it in another window. So depending on if you're on your phone or if you're on your laptop, I'm on my laptop, so I need to save the image as. I'm going to put that actually just on my desktop. I'm going to call it color palette because that's a really, basically the name of the file is the hex codes for each of the colors, which is kind of not exactly readable to normal humans. So I've just changed it to be color palette, and that's on my desktop. So now I'm going to go in, and I'm inside of the course content for this week. It'll be color. It'll be available to you very shortly. And you're going to go in, and underneath the homework, there is a link to the discussion board for the final project. And that's the exact same discussion board that you'll find if you go into the module for the final project. And you'll have created your thread already, and that thread will have the name of your problem you are solving. And you'll tell me the problem that you're solving. And under that, you're going to reply to that, and you're going to attach down in your desktop. You can see what I've been doing. I'm just going to search by the date added, and that's my color palette. And I'm going to submit that. And then I've got here, and you'll also be making sure that you add this week some features that your app is going to have. So that way all of this stuff kind of comes underneath. So you've kind of kept everything together in one spot. So when you go to do your final, all the elements will be together for you in one spot.